What's up, nerds? Today we're taking a look at the Deluxe 501st Battalion Clone Trooper from Hottoys. But before we do that, push that button, let's geek out. All right, here we go with the box. And as always, tremendous portrait, great artwork. You get deluxe version. Exclusive accessories include interchangeable Phase 1 Clone Trooper helmet and an orange pattern Clone Trooper helmet. Now, this is the Ahsoka helmet, if you guys are familiar from the Clone Wars animated TV series. I know some people don't like this. I love that Hottoys has these bands now on the boxes. I think these add tremendous flair to the packaging. We got a side portrait here, standing full attention. Now, I did have a little damage to the box. The brown shippers can't do everything. Yes, they help, but you know, what can you do? I'm not too worried about this. I'm not a box guy, and I don't plan on reselling these. So, and again, another portrait that's just looking great here. It's got the Gatling gun, little snow effects, great picture, and there it is. I love Hottoys packaging. Compared to what I just went through with the Sideshow General Grievous, this is a walk in the park, a breath of fresh air. Everything is well done, tightly put in here. Now, full disclosure, I have already opened this just to make sure everything's there, everything works. As I like to tell my kid, I had to check it for poison before I eat his food. Here we have the accessories. As you can see, I got it all laid out here. You got multiple hands, several different guns. You got your backpack, the two different head sculpts. You got your Phase 1, your Ahsoka, your rocket pack, and your base. This is a pretty standard Hottoys base, nothing special. Feels solid enough. I got the one that is actually corrected. I know some people got one that says 501st Battalion Clone Trooper. And honestly, I wish I got that one because it'd be funny. It'd be a cool story to have. And this is interchangeable, comes off too. Solid base. In the base, they've included one of these stands. I am a big fan of these stands. I like doing dynamic posing. I like being able to utilize the rocket pack. As you know, this would clip around the waist of the figure. This screws in, very sturdy. These are great. These are great addition. Anytime they include these, I'm always happy. And here we got a rifle. As is standard with Hottoys, you got your great weathering. Anywhere that would be a lot of touching or physical movement on it, they weather it really well. This is a little big for the figure. I'm not sure how I would incorporate this to a pose just yet, but we will see. Here we have the Gatling gun. I love this thing. It actually turns. I mean, I don't know what you would turn it for, but great detailing here. You can see the seam line, but that's okay. It's just a gun. Great weathering everywhere. Right where the hand would be, you can see there's extra weathering there. They didn't do the heat coloring on some of the barrels like they would in your Mandalorian figure, but that's okay. It also comes with a shoulder rocket launcher. This is really cool. You can do a lot of things with this. I'll probably put this in a kneeling position and then have him firing it. It's got a cutout for the shoulder right there. Great detail on this. As you can see, you got your little screws. You got even the little red reticle for your scope. Here we got the smaller gun. It's got this weird stand. I don't know what you do with this. I'm not going to use it in any other way. I probably have a hands up kind of pose for him. But great detail. All the little threaded cable looks great. As typical wear and tear. And here is the rocket pack. I love this. There's great attention to detail. Some figures these would move. They don't seem to move on this one. I'm kind of bummed about that, but it's all right. I like to pose it dynamically, like if he's flying one way to the other. I'm not sure how this sticks on. I don't know if it's just a contact. I'm curious to see how that goes. You got your missile right here, which this comes out. And what you can do with this is you take one of these little flames here, You stick that in there, put that on top, and now you have rocket firing action. Pretty cool stuff here. The rocket pack comes with these flame attachments here, which they just seat right in this. A little tough, that's good though. You don't want them falling out. And now you got your flying action. I think this is magnetic, which is gonna be really cool. I don't like how some of the older figures have the little hooks that you gotta go in, and they're just a pain in the butt.
Hooks. Motherfucker. Here we have the backpack. Super cool. I like that it's mixed media. This actually has a magnet in it to keep it closed, which is great. There's a lot of room here. Great insignia. The details are good. The paint app is great. I like that you can open it and there's room for stuff. You could put some snacks or a baby Grogu if you steal one. I think it's going to look great in any outdoor photos. Here we have the Phase 1 Clone Trooper helmet. I like it. The color looks great. The edging is great. The weathering is awesome. Some people had issues with this helmet. They said it was too bulky. I didn't really see it. It seemed to fit perfectly for me. You got a little fin here for aerodynamics. I don't think I'll be using this helmet that much. I'm a bigger fan of the Phase 2 helmet. Here we have what makes this deluxe, the Ahsoka Tano paint app on the Phase 2 helmet. The orange is vibrant, the details are amazing. I like that it looks like somebody painted this by hand, which the Clone Troopers did in the show. The dirt looks great, the colors are fantastic on this helmet. This is worth the price. Here we have the figure. Right away, I like what they've done with the undersuit here. It's kind of a threaded, elastic type suit. In the past, they've used like a pleather leather suit and, well, it tended to fall apart. So this is a great change for this figure. We've got that Phase 2 helmet, which I told you guys I'd probably be using the most to pose with. I love it. I'm a big fan of this helmet. This helmet looks great. I'm accustomed to this one because this is what you see in Revenge of the Sith. This is what I see in the animated Clone Wars TV show. The attention to detail with the weathering is great. These aren't your squeaky clean, out-of-the-box stormtroopers. These are battle-hardened clone troopers who have been fighting for several years. The shoulder pads are on elastic, which helps with any kind of dynamic posing and flexibility. Now, this does have some of the problems that other armored figures have. When you're moving around and posing, the armored pieces will slide into each other and push, which sometimes can actually push your hand off the peg. As you can see here, I was doing a little pose session and it actually popped the foot off. But this is normal for armored figures. You guys, the paint on this looks awesome. It looks like something that is just straight out of the movies. We can see the weathering on the leg armor here, and moving up a little bit, you have your 501st utility belt. Now, I did run into some mobility issues here. Because this figure has a rocket pack, I want to pose him flying. I want to have the rocket pack look like he's moving around. The way the cut is on these shin guards, if you pose the foot far, it'll actually push it off. And also, I don't like to show the joints. Normally, with all my figures, I'm covering the joints with long sleeves or anything else because I prefer that realistic aesthetic in my poses. Now, I don't notice any hooks here for the rocket pack, so I'm kind of getting my hopes up that this won't be like those other turds. And here we go. This is awesome. I'm so happy about this. I had so many troubles with my other Boba Fett figure trying to get the backpack on because you'd be doing it while you're posing and the backpack would fall off or then he would fall over and it just became a nightmare. I'm very happy that they've gone this route with this rocket pack. All the joints feel very sturdy. The actual legs are ratcheted, which is great because now you could put him in poses. He's not going to be top heavy. He's not going to fall over with his backpack on. Now, with the chest piece, I noticed while posing him, it tends to slide up. So if you don't adjust it every so often, it's going to make him look like he has no neck. I can't get over the level of detail that they put in this figure, especially with the weathering. This looks like he's been in a real battle. The metal is brushed to make it look like steel, and he even's got a little junk in the trunk. Some people online were saying they're having an issue with this falling off really easy. I don't have an issue with it. I can actually hold him from it. So far, I don't see any problems with this figure. In fact, it seems like a perfect figure to me. Now, my final thought on this figure is this may be dollar for dollar the best figure you can get in 2021. I think I paid about $235 for this figure, and I got next day shipping because I live close to Sideshow Collectibles. The amount of accessories you get with this, the quality of the build, the affordability, how easy these are and how readily available is why people are army building with these. It's a great figure. It's probably going to be the best figure of 2021 and something you're definitely going to get. I'm going to get a second one because I want to pose it with my dark side Anakin to recreate the March on the Jedi Temple. That about wraps it up for me. I'm going to leave you guys with a couple of poses. Do be sure to let me know in the comments what you think, what you plan on doing with yours. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Geekin' Out YouTube channel to keep more content like this. With that, I'll leave you with this. Adios, nerds.